Right, obviously summer's been and gone. We're in the final third of the year now. September's actually mostly done now. One film that has just come out, which you have seen, I have not quite seen, but The Predator has made his big return to the big screen
Nice.
with controversial trailers. You've seen it. I unfortunately my
Controversial film as well.
controversial trailer, to be honest. Like, I went to go watch it, but I was having some problems with my Cineworld card, and by the time I got into this, like, went to get the ticket, the film had already started and it wouldn't let me buy a ticket, so
Shit.
bit of a pain, and I had to go meet someone. So, but that's by the by. But I might go watch it either today or tomorrow. What were your opinions of it?
It was interesting.
Interesting.
So I've watched every single Predator film, every single Alien film, every single film that with the two connected. It was better than Requiem, but obviously that doesn't take very much. Obviously Shane Black, he directed Iron Man, and he's mostly known for doing comedy, and I think that's his shtick, so to speak.
Mm.
And this is no different. Like it's generally a comedy film, and as much as I liked it, like I felt like it almost felt like a Predator spoof at some points because it was more funny, less serious. Because I mean, it's been predominantly a sci-fi horror. So Predators, Predator Two, Predator, they follow the same kind of formula.
Mm.
Um, and without giving too much away, like it didn't feel like a Predator film,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it at the same time. It was a different approach, but like I was saying about Jurassic Park, it's hard to do something like different and fresh at the same time as keeping that same formula that people like.
Mm.
So I kind of respect that he took a different approach and didn't make it a basic sort of thing. One thing that kind of annoyed me, which I know it annoyed you from the trailer, was the big boy Predator
Yeah. I.
versus the smaller Predator. And I kind of felt that was a used idea from Predators. I don't know if you've seen the 2010 one by Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah. I've seen
Um,
Predator. I've seen all the Predator films apart from the latest.
because that happened in that film, and I felt like they used the same idea again.
Mm.
And I was just like, you probably could have thought something a bit more original here.
A little bit.
But the actual concepts of this one,
Yeah.
I can't give it away too much, but like the Predator's motives
Yeah.
for doing what he's doing, like not the bigger Predator, but the smaller one, I thought was interesting, and it's kind of something that hasn't been played around with yet, but I liked it.
Wait, so this Predator's not hunting for sport, basically, like with every other Predator film. He's actually got a motive besides, like, the sport of hunting.
Yeah, there's a reason why the bigger Predator is hunting this one down
Really?
because he did a certain thing.
So,
Um,
well, start that one
so,
right
so
there. That's one that's not being spoiled in the trailer. I don't want to know about that bit.
I
Um,
won't tell you, but like it's interesting,
really?
and I liked that part. But there's certain points when I feel like they didn't know what to do with the plot. So again, they threw in some ideas, and some bits weren't really tied up by the end, and it bothered me a bit. But at the end of the day, like I went out, and I can't say that I wasted my money. Like I generally enjoyed the film thoroughly,
Mm.
and it's actually hilarious to be honest.
I mean, it sounds strange that I can't think of, like, when I think Predator, I don't think comedy. I mean, I guess the original one, it's sort of funny in that cheesy 80s way. Because let's be honest,
Exactly.
it is the cheesiest, most manly testosterone film you'll ever see. The first Predator, but it stood the
And that
test of
does kind
time.
of play over again. Like they've got those kind of testosterone manly characters in this. Like they're all like army veterans and they're all a bit crazy. And it reminded me of the first Predator in that aspect. But like you said, the reason why the first Predator was so funny is you look back and it is so cheesy. Like all the one-liners, like just the handshake between Dylan and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like it's unforgettably funny. But I mean, I don't know if it would have been funny when you first watched it back then, because obviously that was the time zone for that. But like, this is a completely different. Like, it wants to be a comedy. Like, and I think the reason why I suppose it didn't bother me too much is that like Shane Black, he played it like he wanted it to be a comedy, and he succeeded.
Yeah, well, speaking of the soldiers, like, because watch it, like, with the 80, going back to the 80s Predator, like, it works, like, for the time it was set in, like, that sort of manly, campy cheesiness
Yeah,
worked back then. I don't think it works in today's day and age. So, like, are these soldiers that you see in the trailer? Because when I'm watching the trailer, I see these soldiers, I'm just like, these are literally trying to be like the 80s characters, and that like just in concept it doesn't work in this day and age, but how well executed was that? Like, was it like a homage sort of deal, or were they trying too hard to replicate these Marines from the first Predator?
I think they wanted to play along with that whole Marine clan sort of thing and the whole macho esque, but at the same time, like they are different because in this time they're not in the army currently. They're ex-veterans and they're all a bit kind of crazy because he finds them on like a loony bus, and they've all got their own gimmicks and personas. Uh, so in that sense, they are different to the Marines in the first one. Like they're not as they're a bit more of a live wire, more crazy,
Are they
and
fleshed out? Like, because when you say they have different quirks and little traits, is it like, is it the, is it just like the quirk is part of the character, or the character is just the quirk? Like, which side does that fall on?
oh, it's very difficult to say because some characters I feel are the quirk and that's all they are. So there's a guy with Tourette's, um, and he often has a few funny lines because of the fact that he's got Tourette's. So like, there's a few jokes in there when he's like talking to one of the like this biologist that they're kind of traveling with, and she's studying the predators, and he makes a one-liner towards her, and that's like one of the funny lines. So I think his character is just the Tourette's. So and there's quite a few characters like that
Cool.
as well.
Oh, that doesn't sell me too well. I mean, I guess you could say the first one was caricatures as well, but that was the 80s. That worked with this. Like, it's my thing with characters. Like, you have the people pushing for like more like diversity in these characters. I'm just like, I don't care like what their gender is or what color they are or what their sexuality is. Just make that part of the character, not just the character.
Exactly, and I guess like that is another issue with the film. But my biggest thing is
Mm.
that because the film is so funny and because it doesn't take itself seriously, when there is character deaths and when stuff does happen, you can't you can't feel anything for them because it's funny. Like, and even parts that I shouldn't have found funny, I was
Mm.
laughing at because it just it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, where would you rank it out of the standalone Predator films?
Oh, that's a tough one. So, unpopular opinion, my favorite Predator film is actually Predators.
Mm?
Like even more than the first one, which is a bit weird. I liked it.
Mm.
I thought it's got some good characters in it. I liked how like you're on the Predator's domain for once. It took the story to new lengths. It's got a good cast of actors as well. Uh, and obviously the first Predator, like them two are very tied together because the Predator's obviously a classic, and it's more sci-fi horror than Predators was because I think that was more action than anything, and
Mm.
it was like new and exciting. Predator Two, it was it was different, like within in a city, and it had some iconic scenes such as the train scene, which I'll never forget. But it's more forgettable than the other two Predator films, in my opinion. So I suppose in the
Mm.
rankings, it would go Predators, Predator, the new Predator, and then Predator Two.
So
Although it's very hard to compare because, like I said, it's such a different approach to sci-fi horror we've known and loved since the first Predator.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you're saying it's more comedy based is actually kind of frightening. Not gonna lie, as a Predator purist,
Yeah,
but then again, I was more of an Alien franchise kind of guy. But in terms of yeah, you just mentioned. I'm looking at the cast list now for Predators, and you had like Adrian Brody, Topher Grace, Walton Goggins, Lawrence Fishburne, like solid set of characters in there. Is there any character that really stands out in the latest Predator film? Is there any like standout performances, like actors you don't know, and you're like, oh, I don't know who that is. I want to see who they are right now. Anyone like that?
I never think. Um, there isn't many, to be honest. Like they're all funny, but there's no character that I'm like, this is a really well developed character, and I'm gonna remember them throughout the entire franchise. But there's this kid who has autism,
Yeah.
and he plays like a big part to the story. Um, and I think his character's well developed, and he has a connection with the predators. And I won't spoil anything about it, but like watch it for that part because it's something that hasn't been played with before, and not even in a lot of other films. But the way that ties into the ending plot is very good. So I'd say that kid is probably the standout character to me.
Like
But
the
I don't know if it's just because of the fact that he's got autism, or if it's because he's a very well developed character. But
like
he's the one that I'll probably remember over anybody else. Like the others, funny in terms of the film, but I don't think I remember them much individually, so to speak.
so basically, no actor really brings out much from the characters apart from this kid. So you're saying that we had a good child actor in this that stole the show, basically.
Yeah, yeah. They work as a collective. Like they play off each other, but individually, like there's not many characters that I'm like, okay, that's a great character. I'm gonna remember them.
Right, let's find out who this kid is then. I want to give the kid some shouting props there. I just saw the IMDb rating, but I tend to take that with a pinch of salt these days. Let's see. Oh, hang on. What was the kid's name? Like, what was the character's name? Do you remember?
All right, let me look this up. Okay. He's not coming up on the initial casting, which is surprising. Not an IMDb.
Wait, because I'm looking at this kid that's like the fourth listing down on the IMDb page right now, and like it's not an unknown actor by any means, but I don't know.
I don't know why I can't find him.
Is the character's name? Hang on, I'm gonna say the name, and if you recognise the name, tell me. I've got the character's name here as Rory McKenna. Is that the character's name, or is that not?
I think that might be him, yeah.
Yeah, that's Jacob Tremblay. Like he's gonna be big. That kid. Like he was the lead character in Wonder. Did you see Wonder by any chance last year?
I haven't, no.
That was
I think
actually
I've seen the other films with him in.
yeah. Like that film was really surprising to me. I actually made my top 10 list last year. Wonder. Like basically he's like a kid with a deformity, like from birth, and the whole film is about how his peers deal with it and how his parents deal with it and those sorts of things. And it's very well thought out. He was the main kid in Room, from a few years
Mhm.
ago. That when that was a big thing, and
I have seen something with him in,
yeah,
actually. It's
the book of
Before I
Henry.
Wake, and I don't know if that's just a Netflix film or if it is in the cinema, but it's like a horror fantasy sort of film. And it's to deal with like two brothers, and one of them died, and then they feel like they're getting haunted by the kid. Well, not haunted, but he's trying to connect with them, and like an interesting story that. But yeah, I actually recognise him now that I've seen that. But
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've
he's in the
watched
book
it.
of Henry as well. Like that came out. I never actually saw that. It was not in my theatre for some reason, but. Gotta say, Jacob Tremblay is a really good kid actor. Like he's gonna go
Yeah,
far.
it's gonna go far.
Like hopefully he doesn't lose it when he gets older. Like a lot of child actors seem to do that. Like Moret's definitely dropped off after Let Me In Hit and
You forget one in particular.
Oh well,
Oh,
we have.
did he cough Home Alone?
Well, he's bringing it back. He's slowly bringing it back. He's turning his life around. Leave the kid alone. He's taken a lot of jokes and abuse over the internet over the last few years.
I know.
Yeah, so basically humans are very interchangeable and disposable, effectively. There's disposable characters. Nothing really memorable about him, but apart from the kid, from what you're saying there. What about the Predator himself? Well, I think you mentioned that he had a good motive and a good character development, the actual Predator, but like, in terms of Predator kills, like, is it very PG-13 to death, or is it like,
Oh no.
is it graphic,
I'd
yeah?
say that is one of the highlights. So as well as it being a comedy, it's a great action film. There's some amazing sequences. If you thing is, if you love Predator and you want to see Predator fuck up some shit, it's the film to watch. Like he brings back his little spiky disc. He's got all his gadgets, and he's just going around just causing havoc, and that bit's enjoyable. And we all love seeing Predator just go fuck up some people. So
Yeah. So overall, with Predator, like, what would be your rating? You ain't gotta match my T rating, but like, what would you give out of like 5 stars
oh,
or percentage?
okay.
Do you want to go percentometer on it?
I'd give it a 3.5.
3.5.
It was an interesting take on the Predator franchise. It was fresh and new to some aspects because it's something that we've never seen before. I probably would watch it again because I found it entertaining. As if I put on my Predator nerd cap there and really strip down some of the story and plot that they took around it, then I'd probably have to lose that 1.5 star because I kind of got a bit triggered by some things that they did. I
Really?
don't think that would have happened with other directors or other films in the franchise. Some things are a bit absurd, in my opinion.
Like, is it gonna be what? Is it one of those films that's gonna be very polarizing? Like, a lot of the purists won't like it, or people
Oh
think it
yeah,
betrays what
I,
the Predator was all about, and then you have like,
I've read a lot of comments on the reviews. I've watched Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns do a review, and even they're very mixed about it. And even the people in the comments, like I've seen people either say I enjoyed it, it was entertaining, and people like this doesn't fall into the Predator franchise at all. What have they done? They've ruined it. I'm never watching Predator again.
is it as bad?
Like,
Is it bad as the Last Jedi Backlash?
uh, well, I mean, from what I've heard, I haven't really heard any good positive things about Last Jedi. To be honest, so I suppose in some aspects it's a bit more light, but there's going to be the purists that are going to really hate this film, and I'm interested to see what you're going to think about it.
Well, you know me, I'm very forgiving with films. Like, I'm actually one of the people that really enjoy The Last Jedi. Like, don't hate me, YouTube, but it's actually my second favorite Star Wars film. Yeah, you heard me, my second favorite out of 8. So, not counting the
So,
spin-offs. Like,
so this is where everyone unsubscribes to the Spycare podcast.
oh no, the 26 subscribers. I spent so many months. I'm only on 26. This is like grim, but there we go. Oh well. Hey, if
But
I
yeah,
get
I think if you go in with an open mind and just really try and shut out that part of your brain that wants to scream out in the cinema, this is not right, this is not Predator, then you're probably going to have a good time and you're going to have a few laughs out of it.
yeah, so it's fun, but it's not classic. Is basically the long and short of it.
No, no.